So look outward, right? So I am feeling, yeah, shouldn't focus on that right now, right? So that's why I came on. I want to encourage anyone that is feeling down, feeling like everything's happening at once, there is no up. If you are pursuing something and you're not seeing any headway, I want to encourage you to keep going, as I am working on the same. Much of the time, I feel like stopping. I feel like, what's the point? Especially because most days I'm in active pain. I've reached the breaking point with my doctor's office, and I already knew I should have moved on a long time ago, but um, encouraging other people to like, don't wait too late, too long. Um, if you have health insurance, please utilize it. Just get everything checked out, even if you're feeling good. Just because right now we don't know how things are going to be going. Like the way the country is working, there's a lot of stress going on too. You don't want to get wrapped up in all of that. But right now, just make sure you get everything checked. If you have dental, get your teeth sorted. Just do everything you can right now. Also, be prepared to start growing a little bit of your own if you're not already. No matter what you have, if you have a windowsill, you have a patio, do a container garden. I have a patio. I'm doing a little container garden just because I'm gonna do what I can manage. I went to the last time I went to the grocery store, the produce was manky and overpriced and chopped up into pieces. Like they are trying to sell everything separately. Um, we need to be more self sufficient. I've been speaking about this for years now, and I mentioned it on this channel already. As a matter of fact, the video I mentioned it in, I did lose quite a few subscribers, but I'm not sure if it's because I mentioned that. It was a video where I was fasting, and I was saying reasons that we should take control of the how we eat and being able to fast. Right now, I wouldn't be able to fast. I'm already having trouble putting weight on right now. So, and then I believe that fast is probably what kicked some of the things into action as far as um, being diagnosed with diabetes. So, eating less is necessary for a lot of us, and finding ways to purchase more ingredients as opposed to fast, convenient, processed foods. We can focus more on buying things like rice and beans. I don't believe rice is for everybody, no, but it's a more sustainable food, and it's cost effective, even though it's going up in price. But we want to make sure we are able to take our health in order, our family's health in order, to continue through whatever this country is going through, whatever. And then I want to make sure financially that if anything was to go super, super wrong, that we have that backup. But being a little frustrated that I'm rushing or trying to get to that place, and it's feels like it's taking forever, and I just want to feel whole. um Being independent most of your life and then having a sickness take over, and then having people treat you as if you're being lazy when you physically can't. But then I blame myself sort of because I always put on a brave face no matter how bad I feel for the most part. So whenever I'm saying I'm sick, I don't want to proclaim that. So I try to walk around and not use those words. And then I appear to be fine. because I don't believe you should look like what you're going through a lot of the time. So it kind of hurts me in the long run. And when I am to the point where I'm really frustrated, I'm saying, this is life and death. Do you not get it? And it's like, they say, yeah, I get it, but do better. If I could, I wouldn't ask you for anything. I wouldn't rely on anybody if I didn't have to. And I can't even. I'm dying relying on people. They don't care enough. And it doesn't matter what I've done for anybody else. It's what I can't do for you anymore, so I'm not as valuable, I guess. I want to get away. Anyway, I hope anyone going through anything similar is hearing me to say, keep going, keep holding on. I can't tell you what can happen or what will happen. I just know that the longer you do hold on, the longer that you keep going, um, things will work out. Like, it's inevitable, you know. If you are a maths person, like, you're gonna have, the longer you are in the game, the more chance of winning, right? So just keep pushing and keep. And it's frustrating to hear people say, keep pushing, and then you wanna, like, you so stressed out, you're so overwhelmed, you just wanna lay down and never get up again. And you feel alone in that, which is weird because everybody to a point feels like this. Everybody gets to that point. We might not stay there all the time, but we do get to that point. And it's such a lonely place. And it's weird that it's a lonely place because, again, we all go through it. So why? Why are we all going through it alone? So I'm encouraging to build community. I am working on building my community. Um, at first, I have to build myself back up. I'm praying everything works out because, to be honest with you, we affirm, we speak things into existence. This is why I have to keep going because I keep saying, I succeed or I die. Two options because I'm not going to be mediocre ever. I succeed or I simply die, and I'm perfectly fine with either one. That's how serious I am about this. So I don't have a choice but to keep going. I've tried to do traditional jobs over and over again. I've never fit in anywhere. Even when I didn't recognize my greatness, other people did, and there was always a lot of hate. A physical factor. It's difficult for me to even, like, right now I'm laying down because sitting up right now, it takes a lot out of me. There's not like this every day, but I believe it's because flow is here. I'm on my cycle, so I feel like that's what's depleting me even more. And in a time where I need assistance, it's just, it won't be. I'm not expecting anything anymore. I just pray for good health for me and everybody that needs it. I hope one day I'll get to a point where I can turn live on and there's actually, hey, what's up, so and so, and whatever. They say be yourself. I'm being myself. And it's not to say I'm looking necessarily. I would like connection, yes. I don't necessarily need a huge following. I just need a connection, loyal people, real people, people that want to do better in life and succeed. Whether we speak on here only on or we get to meet each other in real life, I'm not fussy. I just want real people. I don't feel like I'm around like the people. And I say real people too. I don't even want to say that because it's the people pursuing their dreams. I want to be around people who actively understand what I'm going through, that 1% that get it, get that, like, it's not laziness. It takes a lot of energy to produce content, right? It takes a lot of energy to heal. And it takes more energy to try and convince people that you're not being lazy, you're in pain and you need help, and you don't want to argue and you can't do everything for them anymore. That's crazy. Like, I've been given so much of myself that, like, now that I have to give myself to me, I'm met with just resistance, I'm met with animosity, aggression, just for me being me. It's crazy. I have an urge though, like, I don't have the energy yet, 11:11. I don't have the energy, but I have the urge to dress up and feel pretty. I do usually do that when I'm down like this. I don't feel good, but I don't know. I am gonna maybe just taking a shower will make me feel better. The day has gone so fast. I've been trying to get I'm working on not using the word trying because I just want to do, but this really is a try because, like, I knew my doctor's office weren't the best. I knew it. And my standards, I guess, have changed too. So that's a part of it. But the lackadaisical mindset in there just blows my mind. Her secretary husband tried to start arguing with me this morning when he literally dropped the ball. If for some reason a doctor's office is having trouble with filling a prescription, wouldn't they reach out to you? I kept calling and calling, and this morning he was like, "Yeah, well, they denied it because you didn't put it in right." Well, how would we know? That's your job. That's not for me to figure out. I already told you what needs to be done, and if you didn't do it, then that's on you. I don't have patience for people like that because people expect more from me even when I'm on my last. So if I can do it, you, old man, can do better. Hey, old man, because I like those kind of men that like to really try everything to stay young. I typically don't care about people's age or even point it out. I just think it's funny because he literally does everything. Working out, I feel like everybody should be doing that anyway. So of course, him keeping his body together, but it isn't necessarily for health. He's the type that would take steroids just to look good. Just to, oh my gosh, there is someone I recently realized he probably did. Is looking good that important? The people that you put, of course, it to people because they take them, but for me, I take care of my body because I want to be healthy. The fact that I look good is a side effect of that, but to actually discard health in pursuit of aesthetics is wild to me. It's a concept I can never wrap my mind around. To know that the side effects of steroids and things like that, to know that what they can do to you and still take them, and especially like, okay, the people who do it to get attention from women, right? A side effect that a lot of them face is like they shrinkage of balls and erectile dysfunction, things like that, right? You look good to get women, and then when you get the women and your things don't work, what was the point? I can't fathom. I'm not sure what the side effects on women are because I don't know. That's typically not well publicized. I believe like you don't really see many women speaking about it, or maybe I could find a YouTube channel or two, but I'm not interested anyway. I could probably just Google the side effects alone, but to look good. What sickness? Even like I just saw another lady died from going somewhere for a BBL. I just can't. I can't imagine. Like, okay, the only kind of like I'm not saying I'm not knocking anyone. Do what makes you feel good, but literally, it's laziness, and I'll be the first to say I don't respect people in the same manner when they have a particular body that they didn't work for, and my opinion really doesn't have to matter to any of them. So it's just my how I feel, but um if you actually put the work in, if you work to develop discipline, it's not going to be easy in the beginning. Nothing is easy in the beginning because you're not used to it. You're getting used to things like that. I can help anyone um, with giving them tips, tricks, what I ate, and all of that. And I can also give support. I'm willing to do all of that. But you have to do it yourself. You have to physically get up and do it yourself. Taking shots is sick. That's a sickness. In America, for you to take diabetic medication to lose weight, and then you have all that loose, nasty skin. I'm sorry, even when you do it naturally, you can get loose, nasty skin. Fine. I'm not even knocking just the loose, nasty skin, but the fact that you're taking the shots for aesthetics and then you get the skin anyway, like it's better being fat. In my opinion, at that point, you may as well just stay fat because you're not getting healthier. There's not a lot of cardiovascular going on. Like you're not physically getting healthier. You're losing the weight because you're starving yourself. It's stupid. It's stupid to take shots to lose weight. And that's the stance I'm taking. And I don't care. I'm not changing that stance because honestly, everybody can do it. I've seen people huge, much larger than where I was. They didn't take gastric bypass. They took time on themselves and learned and developed discipline. We all have the ability. We all have it. And it's like grosses me out that Serena Williams is endorsing that crap. She doesn't look the healthiest right now either. Um I don't know. Like she looked fine before and she's an athlete. So you already know like it's not like she was overweight and sick. Yes, she probably put some weight on um with her mom life and stuff, but she was she's an athlete. She can do it. Like I don't get. It's one thing her not losing the weight like naturally, but then to endorse taking shots. And who are you endorsing that to? Because you're the biggest demographic for her are people that look like her. And I feel like that's so dangerous. Because to promote walking at least for 30 minutes every day is a much safer option. And of course, it's not as simple as just walking for 30 minutes a day. But to start there, it's baby steps, literally. Like I started with walking. I didn't start eating well right away. I didn't start working out at the gym. I didn't start doing anything. It's just baby steps, right? So I started walking every day. And then I listened to my audiobooks, and Atomic Habits were one of them. But I had already started doing some of the things, and then it was reinforced with Atomic Habits. And then waking up, making sure I woke up at 4 a.m. every day, not with an alarm, but just my body telling me to get up at 4 a.m. And it's just, then I was like, okay, in order for me, because I was looking for ways to activate my pancreas, all right, with the whole diabetes, I wanted it to stimulate it. And then I started researching and finding out that higher muscle mass brings the sugar levels down because it absorbs a lot of the sugar in the blood. So I'm thinking, oh, my muscles are sponge, so make me make big muscles. So I didn't even think about, oh, let me lose weight. It was more like make me make big muscles to absorb. And as a result, you get a hot body. Losing weight by itself, like just eating well, or just restricting your eating, which is even worse, just restricting, and still when you eat, you're eating crap, not even eating the right things. A lot of those people are taking shots and not even eating good food. But anyway, focus on one thing at a time. When you get it down, then you keep and you progress. So I guess this is turning into weight loss tips. I'm encouraging you, but I also want you to, yeah, I'm encouraging you to lose weight. So start with walking. If you have any problems like back problems or and then you're having pain, because I had that, I was in so much pain when I started walking. Oh my goodness, I was in pain. Don't use that as an excuse. There's gonna be pain that's like crazy. Some of that you can, and that's why I also implore you to visit your doctor. If you don't have a good doctor, look for a good doctor. I did it without a good doctor, but I still, she gave me freebies, and it was low key kind of like I was supposed to be very grateful, and which I was, I am. But at the same time, other doctors give me freebies, and they're not acting like how she did. So I just looking at the comparisons. But anyway, I started off walking. Now, if you're having any problems, walk for 5 minutes away from your house, set a timer, you stop, you walk back. Got a 10-minute walk out of the way. If you've got, activate yourself every day, move every day. If you're suffering from depression, no, you're not. Move around, get some protein, get some sun, go and ground yourself. Take deep breaths. There's lots of things that we can do to shake these movements, the emotion. Thrust your hips. It's all in the hips, baby. So if you're not able to walk, let's say you're not brave enough to walk in the rain, shake your backside in the house. If you're living with people, a lot of people, hopefully you get to shower in privacy. Bring your phone in there. Put on a video, a dancing video. You might not have a lot of room, just somewhere you can stay. And you don't even have to watch anyone do a workout. You can just put some music on and shake your ass. Twerk, 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 twerk. I say twerk because of the gyration in the hips is releasing all of that stress and tension. The cortisol levels are increased when we do activities and eat things that stress us out, right? So we're gonna get a boost of serotonin when we dance, move, and activate our sacral chakra right there, above the root. So start with that. Do that for at least a few weeks. Walking 10 minutes a day, dancing for 10 minutes a day. Slowly increase so you can start 30-minute walk, and then just pick your goals. If you want to move a little faster, I don't really recommend moving too fast. Just get that as second nature. Like, okay, you've eaten, go take a walk. So, like in James Clear's Atomic Habits, he mentions habit stacking, and that's already like having habits that you already have and implementing the new habits that you want on top of that. So, like I said, you eat every day. Once you've eaten, walking is good for digestion. So make that a habit. For me, it was rain or shine. We're waterproof. You can walk in the rain. Of course, if it's you're in Florida like me, and sometimes it's a lot of lightning, so you don't really want to go out there. And I have a lot of trees in my neighborhood, So there are times where I just go out on the patio and I'll just do a little workout here, or I work out right in my room. You can put a video on or something, just dancing, dance or walk. That's where you're gonna start. All right. Once those habits are under your belt, because those are just like brushing your teeth. They're okay. They're good to get you started, but that's not enough to get you to where you need to go. All right. So I would do that for maybe 2 weeks straight to see how you're feeling, create that culture, and then move on to weightlifting. Every age, every race, every class, everybody should be lifting some sort of weights. All right. It reverses your metabolic age. Is it metabolic age? I It does make you look younger. If you've noticed, a lot of people who work out with the muscles and stuff, they do tend to look a lot younger. And I know genetics already had me looking younger, but I do believe I look younger than I did when I was larger and sicker and suffering from a lot of things that I really should have been able to avoid. But there's no point in blaming yourself. Also, throughout everything, you just have to remain grateful and appreciate your body. Don't say anything bad about yourself ever, 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 ever. Okay, that's one of the things that I needed to make sure I kept. And then that turned into me affirming myself a lot more in everyday speech. And it will bother people because of lots of reasons. There are people that it won't bother, so don't worry about it. Just keep affirming yourself. Keep knowing that you are that person that you are deciding to be, all right? So 3 to 5 days a week, I honestly did when I started lifting weights, I did it for 7 days, but it wasn't always heavy weights and it wasn't always I went to the gym 7 days. I didn't work like lift weights every single time, like throughout the whole session. I had like 5 good sessions a week of um a workout program. And I used an app. I can't remember the name of it, but I think it's called Heavy, but it's not spelt like regular heavy. Because I do want to give them credit where it's due. The app wasn't the best as far it's supposed to be a community app, but it literally isn't for them. Felt like it didn't feel like it was for me. So I feel like if we I could probably develop an app or someone develop an app where Pump It Up was a good app. I liked that one, but they I don't know if they still around or they even have that section, but there's a section I want where you can put your workouts in and I just did a routine. I can make some workout routines if you want. Anyone that wants that, let me know that in the comment section. But um 5 days a week I worked out, but 7 days a week I went to the gym because I wanted to create a culture around being able to go to the gym. I didn't make any huge connections at the gym. They're just people I just said hi to when I went in. I just made sure I went to the gym and worked out and went. The 2 days where I didn't do weightlifting and things like that, I would do um, boxing because I love fighting. I like to do Muay Thai. So I also incorporated some of those free classes anytime we get, because I've been doing some cleaning up and then I found some more like free class things that I give. So I'm going to utilize these too. And then that's another tip for anyone that's a content creator. You can do some of those free classes and you'll be able to have some content, right? Without having to pay for anything, especially when you're coming up. Um, but anyway, I before I did like more intense, like I didn't dance at the gym. There were classes and stuff I could take because I went to Crunch, but I didn't feel the vibe. And then they kept turning the music up because I guess they didn't want us recording. I guess I know they didn't. And then also I noticed once I was losing the weight, I stopped going because of that too. But once I started losing the weight, the people, especially one person, which I really thought we were connecting, I thought was cool, which was a personal trainer. And he's like, "Oh, whether you pay or not, I'm here for you if you want any tips, blah blah blah." And when he saw I had lost the weight, he was so shocked. and he just started acting weird, like going forward. So it was a weird vibe. But anyhow, don't worry about anything else. If you're not a person that's been to the gym or don't feel comfortable with the gym, get comfortable with the gym. I'm not gonna be like, oh well, you can do this. Just get comfortable with it. You don't have a choice. Just go. That's why I say, like, of course, everyone always has a choice, but you know what I mean. Just force yourself not to have the choice. You just have to do it. But you need to make sure you have recovery too. So the day I did go and do recovery, but what I would do on like if I didn't box, and I would go and walk on the treadmill a little bit, or the elliptical, just mess around with some of those machines instead of doing my daily walk. Um, outside for a long time. I'd still do a daily walk outside. Every day I want to be out in nature. But the days on my rest day, I would do less of an outside walk. It would be quicker, and then I would do more cardio at the gym. Like, and I'm not stressed it either. It's just the idea of getting to the gym, having that as a routine to go every day. Once you skip one day, you might end up skipping another day, and then skipping, you stop going. So I didn't want that to happen, so I just kept going to the gym every single day. Anyway, lifting weights, you want to go online. Any one of the networks will work, and any short video that will show you technique. So let's say you look for a plan, you look for a workout plan, and it will make a list RDLs, and you're like, okay, what's RDL? Okay, it's Russian deadlift. What is that? How can I do that? So you just type in perfect form for or beginner da da da, and it will show you exactly how. There are some creators, obviously, that are better than others, and you'll be able to decipher who is good and who isn't the more you do it. So there isn't a knowing right away, but in time you'll learn. So don't pressure yourself. You don't have to know everything all at once. Just like I say, you start walking, then and dancing, then you start and you progress, right? So you can do your figure out how each move is supposed to feel. So please, if you are listening to anyone, please listen to the people who are telling you how the move should feel, where you should be feeling it. All right, because you don't want to hurt yourself. And then once you start doing that, you're gonna notice results pretty quickly from the moves when you're doing them right, right? And that's when you start to increase your load. In order to lose weight, you must lift precise and you must lift heavy. But you're not going to lift heavy until you get your form straight. So I want to stress that form first, then lift heavy, and the weight is going to melt off so fast. You'll wonder, what were you doing all of this time? Because I tried to lose weight. Then when I started doing it, worked. All right. So I'm going to make videos because I've seen a few of you put requests, and I'm paying attention. I'm working on making sure I get a little bit healthier. Like on good days when I'm feeling 100%, I'll make sure I work on that. I'm trying to work on growing on TikTok, if I'm honest, because I just saw that was another way to increase income. Because I just want to make sure I'm completely independent. I'm not able to go back to work. Every time I do something, I end up in the hospital. And whether I'm affirming that or not, either way, I don't like it. And I know lots of people don't like it. And it's not like I'm not working because I just don't like to. It's I try or make an effort, and then it gets to a point where I end up in the ICU, and it's just confusing because not really. You know what? When you're not able to put the effort into yourself, you can end up sick, and a lot of people are just going through and trying to make it through sick. And it's like that's my boundary now. I'm not gonna force myself through. I don't know what's gonna happen. And not to say I don't care. I do. I very much care. I'm working on it, but I I cannot help myself or anyone else if I'm in the hospital all the time, right? Or dead. That's the thing. So success or death. That's how serious. Anyway, you're gonna make sure you work on lifting heavy. In 3 months of persistence, you're gonna see results. And when they say what melts off, it literally does. The reason why you want to make sure you're doing weights is because you want to have that skin tight as much as possible. You don't want, and you want to brush, massage, recovery. I'm going to do a lot of these things because even though my most popular videos are all like waist speed videos, um people are watching newer things. I'm not sure. Oh, I can't really figure out my analytics too much, but I'm gonna cut it short here. I'm gonna come back with tips and stuff like that. This was just to encourage you, which also encourages me. Whatever you're doing, keep going. Not try, just do. Have a good day. God bless you all.